Alright guys, welcome back into another NBA DFS video, and also a Happy New Year to you guys. Alright, let's start off the video here with the point guard spot. Going to be starting off with none other than James Harden. Obviously, he's just been on a tear. He's averaging almost 70 DK points per game without Chris Harden. And in the last matchup against Memphis, he had 69 DK points. So, you really just can't avoid him. Kyrie Irving's another play. He's just been going off, averaging over 50 DK points in his last 9 games. So I really like him as well. Both of those two players should be players that you target on today's slate. Now, Tyus Jones is an interesting one. Obviously, if Derrick Rose and Jeff Teague are both ruled out, then Tyus Jones becomes an intriguing option. He should see at least 25 DK points. He has the upside to get 30 DK points like he did in his last night. Steph Curry, he has the easiest matchup today, going against the Suns, who have given up the second most points to point guards this year. So I really like him. In the last matchup against the Suns, he also had 50 DK points, so I could see going with him. I'm going to try to fit him and James Harden into most of my builds if I can. Obviously, I'm a little bit worried about Curry just because, with the Warriors, it can be kind of hit or miss as to which player goes off. Dylan Brooks is another value option I don't mind at the shooting guard spot. His minutes have finally been ticking upwards. And, in his last game, he had 19 real-life points. And, that only equated to 21 DK points, so I don't love that too much. But, he's still going to be a good value option. Dennis Schroeder, he's finally getting 30 minutes. And when he does, he gets over 30 DK points. So if he gets those minutes again, I think he's going to be another solid option for you tonight. Should see around 30 DK points tonight. The next option here is going to be DeMar DeRozan. Now, he's had 3 out of 4 games over 50 DK points, and he had one bad game in there where he had 30 DK points. Bridges here, I've been playing him a lot recently. If you look at what he's done recently in his last 8 games, he's seen over 30 minutes in every single game. In all of those games, he scored over 21 DK points. So, he should be a lock to hit value. So I'm going to be playing him a lot, especially because there's not that many small forwards that I like on today's slate without paying up. Paul George would be one of those guys that I would pay up for if I can. Next option, now TJ Warren. Now that Devin Booker's ruled in, I made this video right before Devin Booker's ruled in, so I don't like TJ Warren as much, but he's still going to be an interesting option. He definitely could hit value. He went for over 40 DK points in his first matchup against the Warriors. Now, E'Twaun Moore, he's a hit or miss guy. He had 44 DK points in his first game against Minnesota. In his last game that he played, he just had 34 DK points, so he's an interesting option. You could definitely play him if you want to. Next option, Anthony Davis here. Now, obviously, Anthony Davis has just been on a tear recently. He had one bad game in his last game, but other than that, he's just been dominating, so it's going to be hard for me to avoid Anthony Davis. LaMarcus Aldridge, he finally seems to be back in his last 5 games. He's had over 38 DK points, so not a horrible option. And, if you are going to play Kyrie and DeMar, you might as well just play LMA. Kevin Looney, he's had 5 straight games over 20 DK points. Really like him as an interesting option if he is starting again tonight. It's definitely a little sneaky option for you. Other than that, I'm going to be targeting 2 centers in a lot of my builds just because all of them are good spots. Karl Anthony Towns has just been a beast recently. I think I'm going to be fading him. That's just kind of my gut telling me that. Because you could pay down cheaper, go with Clint Capella. He had one bad showing. His price went down last game. But before that, he was averaging 42 DK points per game. He just had 43 DK points against Memphis. Speaking of Memphis, Marcus Saul, he should average around... He should get around 38 DK points tonight. DeAndre Jordan, now he has just been a beast recently. In his last 6 games, he's averaging 42 DK points per game. Last night he just went for 42 DK points against OKC. I normally don't like to target centers against Adams, but I'm going to be going with him. He should see around 35 DK points. Another player that should see around 35 DK points is DeAndre Ayton, who's just been tearing it up. He also went for 46 DK points against the Warriors the last time out. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let's keep cashing. Thanks.